Hi everybody, welcome back to the chaotic channel of alk.guidance. Now we are going to do a love reading. So we are going to do 3 stones, okay? We'll just take what's here. Okay, so you can pick from 3 minerals. The first one is an emerald. The second one is a phantom Lemurian quartz. And the third one is a pink Catseye. Okay. So you can pick a number from 1 to 3 if you don't feel if you've been vibrating to a certain mineral. You can choose number 1, the emerald, number 2, the phantom Lemurian, or the cat's eye little ball. So we're gonna set them here, and we're going to start with pile number 1, the emerald pile. So what's going on in love? Let's see. We are going to explore quite in depth here. So whatever your situation, your love life, whatever's going on, we're going to reveal what's going on with you, and then we'll take some advice. So we're looking into the energy of pile number 1. Can I get a few cards for the emerald pile? Okay. We have the crown chakra, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 3rd eye chakra. 7 of Pentacles here is called awaiting results. So there's probably something that is being downloaded through your crown chakra, something that is trying to inspire you to have more patience, either with yourself or with another person. So it could be highly connected to the spiritual realms, or you're just now connecting, discovering a higher type of love. So I feel like your love life has been one where you have been patiently waiting for something, either for the situation to resolve, for the situation to even come about, or just it's been this overly patient waiting for the fruits of your hard work. So for instance, if you are currently in a relationship, it feels like you've been, like your intuition has been telling you to maybe step away because the growth is just not there. Like with the 7 of Pentacles, I feel like you have grown immensely and you have a lot to offer. You have poured into yourself in so many different ways, especially when it comes to connecting to your higher self and to your intuition, your 3rd eye. But you have outgrown people, especially if you're in a relationship. Like these trees are actually trees, but they look like shrubs, kind of. And you're the tallest tree with the golden apple in the heart, holding flowers from these bushes. So you have planted this beautiful garden of what we're gonna call the way you love. So the way you love has been so patient towards another. Even if you're single or in a situationship, you have been just the most patient person when it comes to dealing with anybody in love life. And you've been observing this situation, going through different timelines, going through different seasons of the year, the seasons of the relationship, and so on and so forth. You've been in this suspension mode where you have just been putting yourself a bit more out of 3D, a bit more into the higher realms. You've been connecting with yourself and with your feminine side especially. Yes. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups and then the Eight of Cups with love abounds and helpless and hopeless. So I feel like your third eye, your intuition, has been decalcifying. It has been like kind of stuck in a rut, like it feels like you couldn't access your higher self, you couldn't access your intuition. All the decisions you've been making were kind of wrong because you never really follow yourself, your true self. And you have come to a point where you either felt or are now feeling like this is just not going to work, you know. With Emerald here, it feels like your heart is healing, like you are rediscovering your royalty, the amounts of love you are able to give. It all comes from within, because this Ace of Cups, this self-love, is right underneath the Seven of Pentacles, where, you know, this apple that you have been growing and keeping close to your heart is, it's the way you love. It's golden, right? And there's a lot of these eyes. So I feel like your eyes have opened up to a whole different way of seeing things. Like you're unlocking certain levels within yourself, within your intuition. Your crown chakra is like, it's flowering. It's like a lotus opening up to receive. But I feel like for so long, people around you have poured negativity in through your crown chakra. It gives me those vibes of like when people take too many psychedelics and they take in too much of music and geometrics of certain like concerts or festivals or raves, and it's like a portal opens up and people that are around you can like translate that into your body, because you're kind of like a sponge. You just take everything in and you just like shove it down and keep it close to your heart, and you never fully express yourself. So you're also figuring out which places and people and things are making you feel this hopelessness, or like you're just stuck in a rut. Like something about love is making you feel like you are overly rooted in either a way of thinking or in a relationship that doesn't suit you, or just there's a certain mindset that you need to embrace, a certain cycle that you need to finish. And you have been quite tired about it, quite tired, running on low fuel, because your intuition has been like set off for a long time. It's gonna take you to move mountains almost to come back to that place of trusting yourself again. So for instance, if you are coming out of a toxic relationship or a relationship that just doesn't work, you've grown apart, it's like it's gonna take quite some time to get over these mountains that you have just seen the peak of, right? You've walked for so long. It's been a long love hike, you know. And now it's time to give to other people, because love is all around you, but most importantly, it's within your own capacity. It feels like you're one of the more loving people in any group you enter. We have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. This is especially like prominent for people that are exiting relationships, but it could also be if you're single, that you need to separate yourself from people that make you doubt yourself, make you worry, like, do they even like me? If a person likes you, they're gonna move mountains, okay? The second one, we have deception. So someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. You could either be lying to yourself that this is fine, this is fine, like, I'm just burning over here, you know, this is fine. I'm sorry, this camera is horrible. And this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So what I'm getting here is that you have reconnected within yourself. You have talked to your higher self, or even maybe had dreams about your subconsciousness talking to you. Like, you are usually the partner that people seek. So a lot of people are going to like grab onto you, grab on your coattails, and just ride along the ride, because you have so much power and so much fire within you and so much love to give, right? And even though you may have come to like the realization that maybe like years ago or a year ago you thought this person was the one, but you have realized that there's a facade, a mask that needs to fall away in a certain relationship, or a relationship with yourself, where you need to stop taking from you. Like, you keep either giving your love away for free, or you don't trust your intuition enough, or you would be like, okay, this is not love. I know what love is because I am love. So let your friends help you. Ask for help. Communicate with people. Really go over the things with your trusted loved ones, where it's like this energy where you know you're gonna be alone for some time, or it's still gonna take some time and patience for you to reconnect with anybody, especially with yourself. Like, it's gonna take some time to reconnect with your self-love that you give to yourself. How can we stabilize this energy? Oh my god. Okay, we'll take them. We have clear aura with number 7. We have relief and joy, which is amazing, because yes, these aren't like lovey-dovey cards, so I'm not promising you that you're gonna meet the love of your life anytime soon, right? Or that you know them already. It's gonna take some rebuilding of yourself to come to the point of even understanding who is right for you, and setting those boundaries a bit higher, those fences, those walls a bit, you know, they're built different. Like, in this season, you're being built different. Because once you clear your aura of past people, you're going to feel immense relief and joy. And her third eye has this, I don't know how to even explain it. She has something pointing me towards her third eye, where she's like content with this lightedness. I don't know what's the word. It's like this lightness, and you're just being called to enjoy nature, your own nature and your own nurture. Enjoy giving back to yourself. That's what's going to bring you the most relief, the most happiness and joy, and just this overflowing peace that is going to overwhelm you once you realize that, yes, there is time there is time on the horizon away from certain people, or just to reconnect with yourself, right? It's time to be alone, to rediscover joy, and to finish or embrace certain cycles of life. which are ending, sadly, but things have to end so new things can begin, and we need to process them. We need to process the separation. We need to first separate and then grieve the relationship, or grieve the parts that we lost within from ourselves when we were giving to other people, right? Just gonna get some extra confirmation. We have Mars, 12th house, 11th house, and Jupiter return with force, escape, friends, and benefits. So you might be having, if you are resonating with a friends with benefits type of situation, it's like if people are trying to convince you to, like after breakup or before even being together, to be friends with benefits, know your boundaries, know what you want. And with filling yourself back up with self-love, giving to yourself and only to yourself until you're good enough to give to others. It's like you're going to have this masculine, forceful energy of escaping such situations where people could put you in a situation like friends with benefits where it's just not your alignment of heart. Like, you know, for instance, that you want a long-term ride or die Bonnie Clyde type of situation. You're not, in this season, you're not settling with anything less. So there's gonna be a lot of red flags, a lot of signs showing you that you need to take a breather, you need to relax, you need to come back into your body, however you feel like that is possible to happen, you know. We have the 8th house with endings and beginnings. So again, separation, endings, beginnings. It's like a cycle is ending for sure. Either it's a cycle of self-hate, it's a cycle of self-deception, it's a cycle of people wearing masks and we're ending those. Like, it could be anything, any situation, whatever it is, it's nearing an end, okay? And we have the Black Moon Lilith with mystery, I transform, and I have. So the mystery behind all this, or the advice here, is speaking about trust falling into the mystery of life. So sometimes when we don't finish things, we don't end them correctly, sometimes the transformation is unable to happen, right? We get distracted, just like I did, right? But the mystery behind this, once you end this cycle that you're in, whatever it is that is not bringing you the love that you want, after this, the mystery will kind of unveil the curtain, right? So the veil is the illusion of, I don't deserve this, I will never have this. So we'll put those fears and illusions aside. We are not worrying about anything because we know deep within that on the other side of this separation, on the other side of this mountain, on the other side of this ending, there is a fixed energy of Scorpio and Taurus bringing us transformation and abundance. You're gonna have an overflow of self-love. You're gonna have an overflow of joy. You're gonna be so lightweight, like you may even, because of releasing certain people, you might even get like your water retention lift off. Like, it's just these burdens and stresses that you've been carrying where people haven't helped you in any way in progressing on your path. Like, it's time to cut off, okay? Because on the other side, you're gonna have everything. And most importantly, you're gonna have yourself. With Aries, I am. Like, you're gonna have yourself, and you're gonna have a whole lot of space to think and a whole lot of mental clarity, okay? So, dear Emerald, we're just gonna take one more card, okay? Because I'm being called to pull one of these love angels. What's it called? I'm sorry. If you're interested in like any decks, just comment, because yeah, these are pretty common decks, but I have so many boxes I don't even know where to look for the box of this one, but it's an angel oracle. These are really cute. I love them. It's like when all hell breaks loose, these will never disappoint. They have such beautiful pictures. Okay, so remember when we had let your friends help you here on the bottom line energy. So you are letting people help you a lot more in this timeline. You are accepting more help, you're listening more, you are experiencing more because of it, and you are feeling yourself more because you let yourself listen to better content, listen to better people, listen to better friends, you know. Listen to the family members that you trust, not the ones that constantly, covertly narked you off, you know, to a place within where you don't trust anybody. This is the time and place where you will be creating a whole new family. And then we have ask for help, which is interesting. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support you need. And this is going to be a great timeline to look towards people or energies or, you know, whatever you are going to look up to in the next season. Berta, you okay? My snake is moving. So you can receive love and appreciation, because this is what's coming in from your angels, from the source. There's help, there's relief, there's joy, there's friends that are there for you. There's always people on the other side. Once you release certain people, it opens up so many doors for you. And have patience. Oh, we have 3 cards. Okay. Love is patient and kind, always. Another lotus. So another crown chakra opening. You're getting these revelations. Like, you could get chills right here. I feel like your body's being activated at this point. Like, you're feeling yourself more. You're moving more, you have energy to go after the things that you want, and what you really want is coming back to the joyful place within yourself. And last but not least, we have take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So no matter what you went through, never forget, your heart is unbreakable, and so is your mind. Sometimes we have to, through love, oh my god, sometimes we have to break our minds to reset it, to, you know, we have, a lot of us have come to the pitfall of hell. Like, we've been solo and so, you know, willing to unalive or whatever. Like, life is really overwhelming for people like us, where we just feel a bit more than others. And have faith that there is love for you. Even if you're healing your heart, you feel like this, you know, chiseled out of the matrix emerald like this one, you're still an emerald, you're royal. Like, your heart is of royalty. It's like the amount of love that your heart can give and receive. It's like, it should get like a Nobel Peace Prize. It's like, you know, we loved so many different and horrible people, and we still find ways to find joy and find relief in the little moments with, you know, animals or people that we enjoy spending time with, that are always happy to see us, no matter how much time goes by. And I feel like that's the type of love that you should be thinking about at this moment. After you, of course, reconnect with yourself and your heart, you know, because yes, it's a hard period in time to rediscover joy within and all of that self-love. But fear not, my friends, because this next season is going to bring you back into your heart space. It's going to heal your heart space. And it's it's all you, baby. Like, nobody can take credit for you healing your heart and for you having an unbreakable heart. That is solely on you. That is like however many years you have been alive. It's each year onto the next one that you have built yourself. You have built your heart up. And I'm so proud of you because of that, because you still believe in love. Because you clicked on a love reading, right? You want to know what's in it for me. Like, why am I here even? You're here to expand your heart so large that, of course, there are going to always be energetic vampires, narcissists, and people that just want to take from you. But in this next season, your boundaries are gonna be like checking every single fucking thing. Like, you're just gonna like, I'm sorry, I'm just getting like so much energy. It's you coming from the lowest of lows, not knowing where to go, how to feel, why am I here, why am I with this person, why am I alone for so long, whatever it is. This next season, when especially when spring comes rolling around, or the next, whenever you're looking at this, like the next maybe even month, you're just gonna have a whole different perspective on life and love and self-love, and you're gonna tend to the things that you kind of forgot. Like, for instance, you've been with a person and you've been just slacking on your personal, not hygiene per se, but for instance, if you're a lady, like shaving your legs, that's a good thing, right? It doesn't matter, long hair, short hair, Brazilian wax, whatever, right? You can have your legs however you want to, but if you prefer laying down into a nice clean bed that is with that person never kept clean or tidy, and you like your freshly shaven legs that you purely shaved them out of respect and love for yourself and nurturing your body, doing the whole peeling stuff and shaving and peeling again, and just, you know, tending to your body and in a nurturing way, those things that you have put aside from yourself to tend to other people's needs, we're cutting that here right now, like 2750 mark, we're cutting it, okay? Because you have been separated from your essence, from your soul for so long that your angels, your higher self, the source is telling me to tell you that in this next season, you are going to pivot and find so much love that you haven't had in the past 10 years. But it's going to all come from within, and you're gonna love yourself for it, because you are going to be able to be proud of not giving up, or being proud of not letting your heart be broken, or you wallowing in depression or anxiety. You're gonna just click out of it and be like, ooh, where's the next positive thing I can see, like, around me, right? You're just going to start observing your surroundings a bit more intently. You're going to start expressing yourself more from your fire, because I'm getting this, it's a lot of fire energy and a lot of air. It's like you're just not going to be able to shut up just like me now, okay? You're gonna have so much force and flame within you. It's going to come from your soul. It's like your trajectory of energy. It's like full force grabbing the bull by the horns and riding it into the sunset, okay? So that's what I have for you, pile number 1, Emerald guys, girls, my lovelies. Thank you for listening. I hope this message helped. If you like this video, of course, please like it, subscribe. I would love to have you in my collective, in my family, and put on the ring notifications all, so you don't miss a beat, heartbeat. And yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me if it resonated in the comments, okay? Okay. I'm still learning, okay? Give me a break. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm like out of the camera, but I almost like knocked this over. Sorry about this. I guess my phone is too heavy. Okay, pile number 2. If you have chosen this beautiful phantom Lemurian quartz, this one is for you. We're gonna start with the same deck that we did in the first pile and just see, where are you currently? What's going on in your love life, pile 2? What's going on in your love life? Let's see. We'll take this one. It's a mystery. Okay. Okay, we'll take this one as well. And I'm hearing pick 4. So I assume you are rediscovering stability in love. Okay, I'm hearing the stability that you have been looking for in your love life has come from, I'm so sorry, a lot of instability. You have been around people that are just almost like making it impossible for you to rediscover love. Because I got this Hierophant card which says teach. Sorry, it's reversed. So I'm getting this energy of somebody very specific that I know but not very personally. It gives me like the sense of coming out of a really toxic relationship where the situation was only there as a lesson to help you teach others to figure out the signs early on. So it could be like narcissistic tendencies going on in relationships, one-sided relationships, one person always saying everything they want, not caring about how they hurt you, and you just being like, I'm getting like writing in a diary or a notebook to not forget what people have done to you. I'm really sorry if you went through something toxic, especially if you have always been this lovely person that's just a sunshine, you know, and those people have dimmed your light. I feel like your ancestors and your spirit guides are really angry about this person, but let's see, let's not assume too much, because I just got this quick message. It could be a completely different thing going on actually, but if this was where you were coming from, you're definitely okay. We're gonna stop here a little bit. So Lemurian quartz is a special type of quartz that has special ridges, but this one has a phantom inside, which means the crystal, the mineral, when it grew, something in the process of growth stopped, and then it kind of concentrated, which creates this phantom, right? And then it grew on, and it feels like you have been encapsulated in your mind about something. Like there are these phantoms in your brain, like in your thought process. Phantoms meaning there are either entities attached to you. I don't want to fearmonger, but we have a lot of tears in our auras that allow certain entities to work through us, which I always like to say, cleanse frequently, be mindful when you're even washing yourself. Like, just do it as a daily thing, right? And what you're doing now is clearing those phantoms out of out of your mind, right? It's like you used to be a person that was so open-minded and so open-hearted, and something happened, something severe happened that made you put on a lot of protection, especially when it comes to your head area, either your third eye, your crown chakra. It was probably like a thing where it was really hard to communicate with the person in front without feeling like you were either their parent or they tried to like get one over on you each time. Whatever you said, anything you did or said, well, they could one up you on it, like narcissists like to do. It's giving me that vibe, but let's see what these cards say. Okay, we have the Nine of Cups, dreams coming true. We have the Tower with rebuild. We have the Eight of Cups with moving on. Is it? Yeah. Oh my god. And the the Lovers. Yes, the Lovers. So what I'm getting is that maybe in the past you thought, oh my god, like this is the perfect person, I'm gonna marry them, like this is it. It's just, you know, 36 on the timer. You felt like you had the world in the palm of your hands at some point. And then, because your heart wasn't completely rebuilt, maybe from the previous situations, or whatever happened, that dream that first came out had to fall apart like the Tower. There was ego involved. So I'm getting like you are this earth angel or somebody with such a pure heart, with so much love to give. And you literally give the world to people all the time. And people hurt your heart all the time as well. Like, you give this to everybody, the whole universe of your love, and you end up like this. An angel that has to, you know, you keep being stricken, or what's the what's the conjugation? You keep being struck by lightning, which means, you know, this happening, that happening, somebody effing up, somebody lying, somebody being manipulative, or it's just, it's taken a lot from you. Even your patterns in the way that you have been doing things in the past, the way that you love is changing because people have just done so much damage to your heart. And those are the people, these egotistical maniacs that only think about themselves, have zero compassion or zero like heart, like, you know, they laugh when you cry type of thing. Those are the people that you need to move on from. You need to take off your shoes and walk barefoot on the ground, in nature, by the water, in the water. Just feel yourself again. Take off all these robes you put on, all these masks you put on, everything that is taking away from your character, anything that is making you mad about the way you're currently living your life. You need to move on emotionally, like truly work on moving on emotionally. I need a bit of clarification. Okay, you're quite chaotic currently. Yes, I am. Yes. Yes. Okay, we have 6th house, routine, moon in reverse, soul, lunar eclipse, change, and the world. So the world around you is changing, and your whole world, like everything that was what you knew for the past year or 3 years or 5 years, coming out from that relationship, you knew that the routine that was put in turned your soul inside out, upside down. And whenever we are surrounded by helping spirits, light beings, and the source, you know. We are constantly being nudged in the direction of how can we hold ourselves better? How can we keep ourselves together so we don't affect our soul? And it's been really hard for you to communicate your soul to the world. And that's changing. With the next eclipse season, we have a solar eclipse in Aquarius coming up. But also, whenever you're watching this, the next eclipse season is going to... I don't know if you can hear that. It's the church bell ringing. Confirmation. You moving on is changing your whole routine. It's flipping your soul back into gear of who you truly are. And once you take the necessary steps and the necessary time for processing this grieving and stuff and whatnot, it's only going to bring you to your soulmate with the Lover's card. Like somebody that is equal in exchange, equal in soul, equal in teaching and nurturing, and somebody that can take the lead. For instance, if you have been the one taking the lead all the time, like you're gonna get somebody that comes at least halfway and complements your either leadership skills or your more permissive skills, because it's a win or lose situation. This might be your biggest fear, the success and growth that comes after you process all of this. I still don't know which ones are the cups. I think this one is the swords, and I said it wrong in pile number 1. But doesn't matter. It's like you are being unbound from this timeline, and the whole world around you is changing. We have 4334, so 4334 might be significant, and it's double sevens, so it's abundance and it's like spiritual connections and stuff like that. And again, we have the Teach on the bottom and the Ace of Swords with clarity of belief. So your whole mind is shifting, transforming, transmuting, crystallizing, and then popping out like a fresh butterfly, like a monarch. And even though you have these fears of change, especially like if you've been used to a certain routine, you need to welcome those routines in even more. Let's see. I'm getting pulled towards this animal deck. It's a tarot, oracle, animal, spirit, something deck. I don't know where all my booklets and cards are. Animal Tarot Cards by Doreen Virtue, yeah. Okay, another mystery. Let's take 4 like we did before. Okay, we have the Chariot on the bottom. Arabian horse with another butterfly. They say you can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving. So, as long as you trust your gut, your intuition, you're always going to, of course, get excited and almost fearful of the change. 4411 on the timer. You're going to be fearful of changing the routine, but your intuition and your higher self are speaking to you like, no, but this is what you actually need. 4422. It's like you have taken on the pants of being your own father and mother, and you're wearing it very androgynously. Like you're coming into this balance within yourself. You're balancing your light and your darkness and integrating them. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna cut that out because that was like a spiritual one, okay? It's like you are going to be able to talk about it, to teach about it, to make the most out of it. We have the Seven of Winter with Magpie, which is the Seven of Swords, and you have been betrayed. And not just once, but this last betrayal, it was the most prominent of all. It was soul-shattering. That's the magnitude I'm hearing. But this magpie collected a bunch of trinkets, and the first trinket I saw was the peace sign in the nest. The magpie says, caution will help you avoid the loss of valuables, including non-material resources such as time or peace of mind. Hey. Be aware of the results of your actions, as well as what others might be doing behind your back. So, especially if you've been dealing with like manipulative, narcissistic, sociopathic, or even psychopathic people, selfish people. We don't want to label people here, but they were just selfish, okay? They may need a psychiatrist, but I ain't gonna be the one to tell them that. There could have been people doing things behind your back that you just didn't like. And we have the Empress. Oh my god, the Angora rabbit with another butterfly. So your whole life is transforming, your whole soul is changing back to what it was. You're coming back to yourself, finally. Oh. Time to hop into action. Use your natural creativity to bring forth prosperity and success in your life. And I was being pulled in mind back to the Teach card in this deck, Crown Chakra. You are going to be able to transmute this information or this situation, this love that truly wasn't love, into a teaching moment for a whole community. You just need to either write it down, use voice recorders, film yourself, and just do it for yourself, you know, so you can process certain things. Sometimes going to psychologists, we're not really getting out what we need in the certain moment, because first we're letting go of all the illusions of the past, and it's sometimes really hard to be convinced into loving somebody less because your heart is just enormous. And problem is that it's time to take stock of your internal conflicts. With the Five of Spring and Ram, you could be an Aries. You're gonna clash with a lot of people once you do this timeline shift, once you jump into action, whatever it is, once you move on, okay? Occasionally you may experience clashes with others. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. So I'm getting this sense of you staying in a certain situation for too long, even though you know you're incompatible and you constantly butt heads, like, especially if there's like two signs with horns. You are now in the process of minimizing an inner conflict. You're kind of done with being a conflicted person in your head, in your heart, in your soul, in your body. Your body has started taking on so much that it cannot process. So you might be falling ill or sick or just having this depletion of energy, you know, something along those lines. And then we have the World. So it says, congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. Once you figure out yourself and the fact that you are experienced, self-sufficient, brilliant, and funny. You're like a quadruple threat, okay? Once you realize you are the master of the way your mind processes things because you let people in that F up your mind, right? You also have to set those boundaries for people so they cannot access your energy in that way anymore. You're the prize dog here. You're the prized kitten over here, you know? Feline. Like, you should be on, like, shows. Just prancing and just being your beautiful self. And people undervalued you when you were in their life. And if you are in their life. So when people undervalue you, you need to remove yourself from that. 50-50 was on the timer. And just let's get a little bit more confirmation. We have Earth element with stability. We have Sagittarius with IC. We have 12th house with escape. And we have the fire element with desire. And the Grand Cross provoker. So the situation has been provoked to the edge, right? There's too much going on in the mind, and we're clearing the veils of illusion, the veils of false love, and, you know, whatever hurt us in the process. But there's going to, even if you lost resources of energy, you're coming back into that stability. You could also benefit from gardening, planting, replanting, or just like putting your hands on the ground, or like touching your feet and really feeling the bottom of your soles, or walking barefoot, just kind of reconnecting energetically to Mother Gaia, to the Schumann's frequency resonance, you know, to the way the earth vibrates. So 8 megahertz, 7 point something megahertz could be really good for you in this process of coming back down from the mind and into your body, because you see that your life is meant to be prosperous and successful, and you have so many ideas of how you want your life to be, but you've always kept yourself back because of other people, and it's time to cut these people out. Because the 12th house with escape coming right underneath the 5 of Wands with the rams, like the clashing energy. This 12th house energy is like Piscean energy. It's like the subconscious, the secrets, the karma, the illusions. It's maybe these people or this person were like a mental escape. But this mental escape, because it was an escape, not a confronting the problem, you know, it has brought you to your mind clashing with itself even. It feels like this electricity between these rams is like all in your head. Like, it's like your head is being like clashing because you know you're not on the right timeline. And what you desire is successfully accomplishing what you set out to do in this lifetime. You want to leave a legacy behind. You want to, like, I love this because we had so many butterflies already, but I just noticed that on this laurel, on this wreath, there's a bunch of butterflies. So you're going to be surrounded, oh my God, chills. You're going to be surrounded by transformation of all of your chakras, because we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and purple. It's like the whole chakra system is being, first of all, challenged, but on the other side, it's being realigned. It's you coming back into each and every one of your centers, because you are the provoker of transformations and blessings. And that is the truth. Like, I know it's all reverse, but trust me, it's what it says. Because you are this fire energy. Yeah, blessings, just want to ride onto the Empress. You are going to be ultra mega super nitro prosperous. It's not even a question. 555 on the timer. It's not even a question. Let's just take a quick angel card because I gotta run out the house a bit before I film the third pile. Okay. The situations you have been dealing with were with people that are very childish. They're the types of people where they think you're a better communicator than you, but they're really not. Let's see. Okay, worth waiting for, and you deserve love. Divine timing is at work in your love life, and you are lovable. Never forget that you have this fire Sagittarian energy right now, or coming into your life, where the source, the universe, God, whatever, like the highest possible positive light there is telling you to just take a breath, step back from these toxic situations, recount your blessings, and understand that this is all revolving in divine timing. Because with the Teach card in the beginning, with this card being your bottom line energy, it's like you have been so loyal to so many people, and so many people just, you know, did everything they could to show you in different ways that you don't deserve love, you don't deserve to feel safe. And that's what's changing. In this next season of love, you're going to be releasing people, loving on yourself, reconnecting with your body, reconnecting with your soul, your mind, just feeling yourself again, finally, okay? That's all I have for you, pile number 2. If you like this reading for this pile, please like, share, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell with all so you never miss a beat that I drum. If this reading resonated, I would love to hear your stories, how it resonated or what you resonated with. And I'm sending you a bunch of positive energy your way wherever you are around the world. And just know that these lessons, as harsh as they might seem right now, your other side, once you are ready to move forward for yourself, with solely yourself, you're gonna start getting a lot of fire underneath your feet, and it's like it's not gonna stop. It feels like the energy of the Ultimate 2026 reading pick a card I did, pile number 2. It's like the shortest effing pile I ever did. Probably just 15-20 minutes, but it's like just rushing through the whole year once you set yourself in motion, from like coming from within, you know. It's like this is the end of the season where we were people pleasing, where we were doing everything to make life better for others, and now 58 now it's time to invest into ourselves with the same amount of love, the too much love, the you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. See you in the next one. Okay, pile number 3. If you have chosen embarrassing, well, you know what you have chosen, but just ran away. So it's getting hot in here. So let me take off this Nike sweater. Okay, so Catseye. I'm sorry, I don't know where it went. It's just Narnia from this point on. But if you have chosen the cat's eye pile, this one is for you. Let's see. Are you angry? Comment down below if people are making you mad, agitated, or just like you wanna grab them by the neck. So I'm getting a feeling to use my personal deck. Still in the making, don't copy me. That's too many. I would like to see where your energy is, so I know what we're talking about. Okay. Okay, this is a card that is showing us light and dark types of, it's like, the energy is that what you're looking for is unconditional love, right? Which most of us are just not as actively as you. You are integrating your soul at this moment in time. So it's not that you just aligned your spiritual spine. You have kind of went beyond yourself about something. It can either be the fact that through previous relationships or situationships, you had the loss of embodiment, which means that you have been so much in your head or so much in the spiritual processing that you have forgotten how to come back into your body. And you may have been escaping into transcendence because of it. So that means watching one too many readings or getting one too many confirmations and so on. And your task right now is to dissolve all illusion and yet return with the light to serve the world. And what you can do to bring yourself to kind of ground this energy of spiritual ascending and transcending, it's like you've done a lot of work and it's time to come back down a little bit. Just join us here for a moment, all right? You may have been escaping a lot of work needing to be done by escaping into the spiritual part of yourself. You can use a selenite, an amethyst, or an opal, and okay, so what I'm getting here is you have been in this escapist mode, even if you've just started watching readings or you've just started on reconnecting with your higher self. It feels like there's a form, one of your forms that you have rejected. So it could have been just this 3D form, like you're not happy with the way you are in this part of life. Like it feels like you have come so above relationships that it's almost kind of hard to find somebody suitable for you in this stage of development. Like if you're a woman, the guys that are trying to pursue you or that you're trying to pursue, or vice versa, just flip it, right? The people that you've been trying to pursue are not on your level. And it's really hard to find people on your level of spiritualism. That's also why I took my deck, because this is not for everybody. And this pile, this cat's eye, is also not going to be for everybody, but for people that have already accessed their higher self, or are a bit more in tune with their higher self. I'm gonna use the same deck as we did to begin off every other pile. I'm just gonna shuffle it a bit because, well, we need a thorough shuffle, because I would like to manifest different groups into these pick a cards, not just one going into the other, right? Even though sometimes readings may resonate in that way, like you're being guided to more than one pile because there's messages in multiple piles, and like you are able to discern what's for you and what's not. Same as tarot readings or spiritual stuff, you can discern the same with people now, which is what makes it kind of harder to date. We have choose your battles with 7 of Wands. So you are confronting your body, your mind, and your soul at this time, but most importantly, your ego. Like, where have I been egotistical in the past? Where have I not confronted myself? It could be you have been so much in your head, your mind, or your ascension process going beyond the mind, where you have either put your body aside, right? Not really training or going for walks, and just isolating in your room or on your phone to get more clarity about the situations, to ascend even more. Can you not? Let me just mute this. So, okay, we have the 3 of Cups with share the love. So you're trying really hard to even be able to share yourself, even in like a friendly way, because your mind has become so thorough that it's just like swatting flies. Like, it's like one of those YouTube shows where it's like live Tinder and they just like do this, like go left or go right, like yes, no, yes, no. You're just like your sword is so sharp here with the 5 of Swords with win or lose. It's like you have probably lost everything or are coming from a place of, yeah, losing everything. We have moving on in challenging times. Okay, so this reading is getting a bit better now. So you have been processing a lot, your love life, your choice of men and women, or, you know, it's, or whatever those other letters are. Like, you have been just cutthroat with certain people. It's really funny. But what you're stepping into now in this next season in your love life is a well-deserved reward and dreams coming true. Ain't that beautiful? You got 2 9s. So it's not that you're just moving on from challenging times and rebuilding your heart. Certain topics are pretty similar to other piles, but not as much. This one speaks about you actually have done the work. A lot of this, like upper heart centrums, like these chakras above your heart, you have mastered that. And now it's time to get a bit more grounded, a bit more in the feeling of your body, into movement, into just feeling yourself in a way where you can accomplish anything. You can, if you were able to accomplish breaking your mind for these people, these past situations or whatnot, I have some great news for you. The rewards on the other side of this work are just spectacular. Like, if you wouldn't have gone through these situations in your life, romantic, platonic, family, whatever, if you wouldn't have gone through these win or lose situations where your heart was on the line all the time, you wouldn't be so ascended and transcended on your spiritual path by now. You would have probably still have the same problems your friends have, but you're just on another level for some reason. Comment down below if you're pile 3. I wonder who you guys are, because this is interesting. You're my people. We have divine connection. See, the dreams that are coming true are you stepping into a divine connection, and divine light is guiding you towards that. With creativity. So whatever fills you up with creativity and also brings you back into your body, which could be like dancing in your room or singing or like coloring, just something that moves your body, like moves your hands so your mind can settle. Like, for instance, I realized when I knit, even though I don't know how to start, and my mom does it for me if I ever want to knit, and I just do the lefties, like the left the left knit, it like takes away from your brain, especially if you're a bit more ADD, ADHD, or just a bit more manic in general. When you have your hands occupied, your brain also slows down with overthinking. So I'm getting the sense of you needing to come back down to earth through creativity, because you are guided through your whole life by divine light. You have always been guided by higher power, and you have always been a very responsible person when it comes to expressing that light and expressing yourself. And sometimes people are scoffing at the fact that we have divine connections or the connection to the divine. I'm just, my eyes pinned on this card. Okay, the end of a career path, project, or relationship brings feelings of mixed joy and sadness, relief and disappointment. Put aside your fears about these changes and trust that a brighter future awaits. And the divine is trying to show you that there is light at the end of every tunnel. And this is not one of those Looney Tunes Roadrunner tunnels where it's just painted on. You're not gonna crash because you have support from the divine. You have the lessons that you have learned because you were looking for those lessons to be over. Like, you were looking for knowledge and you found it. That's what I'm getting. Let's take an oracle card for you. Tell me about pile number 3's love life. We have forgiveness and transformation. So your emotions are running pretty on low. Like, your emotional capacity is like the moon right before its void of course moon. So when it's kind of dissipating, right? And it's like you're reaching maybe one last time, or you reached one last time after something you knew that wasn't for you. And you're forgiving yourself because you have done the work, you have transformed, and there is no going back to being mistreated. Miracles! Oh my God. It's a miracle. And it's a miracle of flexibility. So you're discovering that love can be flexible for you. And you're discovering also the fact that maybe sometimes you need to be a bit more open-hearted. Open-minded, open-hearted, but not so much open-bodied. What I mean is, sometimes it's good to go on a date when you're not ready. So it kind of triggers certain things. For instance, back in the day, I went on this Tinder date, and he bought me flowers, a really nice bouquet, and then paid for like $40 of drinks. And then at the end of the day, he texted me like, "You're really charming, but it's just a no from me." And I was like, oh, what you mean it's a no? And I was like, I really wanted to like wire him like $20, you know. But at that point, I had to just let go and let God, and just understand that even though it's not that the date was a fail, it was just that I was speaking about my ex too much, and it, you know, hindsight, of course, completely unattractive for a date, showed to the other person that I'm completely not ready. But most importantly, it showed me that I'm not ready. And I'm forever grateful for this dude that I'm probably never gonna see again. But he triggered certain things within me where I had to stop being like, you know, like spoiled brat when it comes to love, or just thinking like, just because we mutually agreed, I always have the upper hand, you know, and I don't, because men have the decision-making process as well, and I felt it was effing fair that he did it so politely and, you know, never brought anything back up. But I wish him well. Of course, he's a nice guy to talk to, could be like great friends, but actually the first red flag for me was, you know, the balding gene is not one of my favorite things when it comes to assessing a person if I want to date them or not, because I'm thinking like, maybe one day I'll want to have kids, and I don't want them to be bald at 23, you know. And it's very like surface thing to say, but we all have these setbacks, especially in love, where we're over judgmental or we are under judgmental. We are too lenient sometimes. And what you're learning here now is that the miracle of the double rainbow does exist, you know. It's, of course, it's a rare occurrence, as is maybe love in your life at this point, but as long as you stay flexible and open to new situations and putting yourself out there, even if it's just smiling for a difference, or you know, waving or responding in a certain way where you normally wouldn't, even if it's just to set your boundaries, even if it's just to say no, like that flexibility and that creativity that is going to bubble up from you when it comes to love, either in saying yes or in saying no, is going to open up this gate. It's like a stargate. It's like a portal where you're not just going to be connected to the divine, you're also going to be quite rooted in your physical reality. But what you're going to need is the same as, I think, pile number 1. You're going to need to release, because we have forgiveness and transformation and flexibility and release. It's like the Spirit is prompting you to shift opposite of what you have been doing to get more loving moments in your life. Let's check these angels, because I feel like you are, I just get this sense of one of my friends that we don't like hang out anymore, but she's such a legend. You're probably such a legend as well. But like, it's when we have been through so many tests and trials and tribulations with the people that we want to love, and they just become a lesson, and we become their mothers and fathers and not partners, you know. And it's just not fair to people that have worked on their ascension processes into uncovering their deepest selves. Okay, we'll take that one. When, you know, it's just not fair to stoop so low to the people that don't even know like the basics of energy exchange, or like the scientific fact of exchanging stress while kissing with saliva, and all of those things where we exchange. A lot of people that are in front of such people like you and I, where, you know, people become translucent to us at a certain point of our ascension path. And I feel like you have this magnifying glass for people's... Yeah, there's a... I don't know if you can hear, but there's like a truck backing up. So I feel like you're like reading yourself back in, backing up a little bit to really clear out the timeline. I'm getting this 3 to 4D clearance. It's like this projection of you through time, where you are looking at the whole spectrum of your life, and you're just like clocking where you went wrong, and where you didn't listen to your intuition, and where you didn't do the steps that you were guided to take. You are now in an energy where you are again guided to take steps, but this time you trust yourself more. So we have take a chance on love. Yeah, it's like this. You've been giving up on love for so long that with the number 23 on the top comes down to a 5, which is, you know, changes. It's what's changing is the fact that if you want to bring more love into your life, you need to be more loving. It's one of the cards inside, and I wonder if it's here, but this one says, take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So when we start to pour all of that love within ourselves, when we start to pour love into the animals that are around us, the people that have our best interest for us, in us, I don't know, what's the verbiage, but you are, with this transformation, with this forgiveness, with this release, you are actually manifesting true love. Somebody that matches your creativity is something that you're now starting to at least think about, that miracle is coming in for you. And next up we have the number 1 with listen with your heart. You're listening to what is being said to you, but you need to listen with a loving heart. My voice is dying. I'm sorry. I'm being affected. Oh my God. I'm sorry. The devil is working overtime today. We have be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. So your emotions are valid. The people that have projected their emotions into yours, making you feel like you're crazy, just any odd situation in your life that made you take a step back within yourself and just work on yourself. It's like you're re-emerging again. Your self-love, your love for others, it's re-emerging with creativity and you being more flexible. I need some tarot cards. I need to understand a bit more what's going on here. Tell me more about pile number 3. Yes, you are coming out of this phase of endurance and perseverance, and the lessons that you've learned, the mental clarity that you've got, and the rewards you never had the patience to wait for. It's like love takes time, it takes effort, it takes watering. Just like gardening. You cannot, I heard just today, I don't know which reader said it, but you cannot plant a you cannot plant a pot with a plant and not water it and expecting it to grow. And that's kind of the same energy where you have been waiting for the return on the love invested. And the return on the love invested is you coming into the Empress energy, which is you have done the work. You are the creator. You are the main character. You are the artist. As much as you're the artist of your own demise and your own worrisome part of brain. Okay? So you are exiting the hermit mode. You have done the work. And you are rushing forward. I was like, okay, Knight of Swords, yeah, rushing. But then the Knight of Wands as well. So you have this, it's like teenagers where they just have too much balls on them. That's how you're re-entering the scene. That's maybe the flexibility that you are now acquiring is, whereas earlier you were in your hermit mode, in your, holding your internal light and going through the dark night of the soul, through the desert, and all you have is this solar light, right? The divine light that is guiding you. All you had was this divine light, this focal point of the end of the tunnel, right? And on the other side of the tunnel, because you are the Empress, you are the artist. This is like 23rd card. It's like there's added cards in this deck, and I find it beautiful. You're literally creating your dream life, your dream love. You're manifesting it. So be very, very mindful of the things, the parts of your brain where you're still hurt, like the thought processes, where you still are kind of covered in bandages. But just be mindful, nothing too much. But it's like you're going from wearing a headband to wearing like a flower crown, because you are not just crowning yourself, the divine is crowning you. You may be really broken up about your past, but those people were just here to, they were just a karmic contract for you to ascend. Yeah, we have, if it was a water sign, they betrayed you really deeply. Like you were up crying all night or watching readings all night, or just you were overwhelmed by this last thing that went on, which made you reconnect with the divine, of course, which is beautiful. But you've just been in this energy where you felt like the spirit was mocking you, like the divine was mocking you, but it wasn't. It was the entities attached to the people around you that were working through these people to not let you go ahead. And you have this full speed ahead, full force into your next timeline. You're quantum leaping at this time. You may be a chosen one even. You may have like a higher purpose here than just doing your 9 to 5, is what I want to say. And you're rushing forward with a lot of mental clarity of who you are and what you want. especially when it comes to the things that make you feel abundant, bring more into your life, more positive things in your life, but you're also very guarded. Like, you're turning back on people, you are wearing a specific armor around you. It's like a divine armor, because you are co-creating with spirit to help you forgive your past timeline, to move on. But you're still in this fighting energy, like you need to release the fight, is what I'm hearing. And that headband will turn into a bandana, and it's not even ouch. Like, you may have gone through so many things in life that an ouch doesn't even hurt anymore. Like, you may be just like me, where you're highly desensitized to physical pain, mental pain, and it takes a lot for you to say ouch, because you have endured so much in life, right? Yeah, there's certain burdens that need to be cut off, and be very, very mindful of equal give and take of energy. So when you feel depleted after hanging out with people, take note. It's not you that you're, okay, yeah, sometimes we stay outside or in certain groups of people because we don't want to be the first one leaving or be the odd one out, or, take the time for ourselves to truly go inside ourselves. But you are the odd one out, just like me. And that's perfect, because being the odd one out, maybe your next relationship is gonna take a bit more downtime period. It's maybe gonna take, 6 of Wands. Oh. Success is coming, but not without a backflip, okay? You may feel like you're doing like little backflips energetically around certain people. Those are the people that don't deserve backflips, okay? Let's just take just one more. We're gonna take an animal oracle card, or 2 or 3, see where it goes. I just saw 1, 3, 2, 2, 3. So 32, 23 might be a significant number you're seeing. Okay, Spirit gave us 3. And we have the Otter Spirit. Look at this cute otter. Look at it. She says, you are never alone. And with the divine connection and divine light, you are never alone. Even when you are in your darkest corner of your mind, you're still not alone. We have Wombat Spirit, be at home. Okay, so you could have been like a hermit that goes to a 9 to 5 and is being overwhelmed by this life. And if you're feeling like avoiding certain situations that you would have used to jump up and go out and be there, you're now deciding to stay a bit more home, or vice versa. It's like if you have been hermiting in your home for too long, it's time to start working on being at home within yourself, your body, anywhere you are. But it's like, before you can get there, you still have some processing time on your hands when it comes to being at home with yourself. We have the Stag Spirit, take the lead. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. And Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. So, it's all about bringing you back into your happiness, your joyful state. Because the dolphin here, it's like, they're just like happy and lucky. It's like a happy, lucky energy, just, jumping out of the water for the sake of fun. That's what you'll be doing in your next season. And also releasing your past selves where you might have not gone after certain things because you were keeping yourself at home or back in your emotions or whatnot. Like whatever you have been doing, your next season is going to ask you to do the complete opposite. Because yes, this and that is true, but always listen to your intuition. Sometimes the voices in our head are many and some are louder than other. Intuition is usually the most quietest voice, the one that barely whispers. That's the one you need to tune into, because the divine is so supportive of your path that it has kept you at home for a reason. It has kept you in this state of mind for a reason. Because I don't know which pile I mentioned it in, but if you were pulled to more than one pile, you can check those out as well. You're going from being at home to being out in the world. So you might be like kind of like me, where I'm just very in tune with nature, like with the seasons, because I live in a climate with 4 seasons. The seasonal depression, and when it seeps in. Try saying that 3 times when you're not a native speaker. It's like the divine is pulling you out of your comfort zone and be like, hey, there's a concert, there's an art show, there's this. Like your energy with the seasons becoming warmer and plants growing and blossoming, you too are the one to blossom. So you might have felt like every year was the same cycle, but not because you're doing the same stuff over and over again. It's because you are in tune with the biology of nature. It's like the tides of bioenergy are affecting you, the tides of polar winds are affecting you, and the tides of magnetic fields are also affecting you, because you are so sensitive. You're like this little cute otter. You could be a water or an earth sign, but yeah, the owl spirit right underneath. You see clearly now. The wisdom that you have accumulated will bring you to this timeline shift. It's like this dolphin is jumping out of the lotus. Lotus representing the crown chakra. I think it just, goes together. But clear out the clutter. I didn't grab the deck well, so I have it onto the frog spirit. And this is the time for a beginner mind. So it's like going back to basics. That's what's going to be happening in your love life. You're going to go back to basics, back to what unconditional love means for you. And we have the Fool with the puppy, the shepherd puppy. You are starting a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. I just want one more. Just one more. Do you want one more? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens with true love underneath. This is the romance of a lifetime. So I'm getting that feeling of once you meet a person that you can be fully expressive and whatever you say doesn't make them run away. 38 on the timer. Like when you can just be so immersed in conversation that not a single hair on you moves in a bad way, and vice versa, you will know that is true love. Like when your inner child can come out to play, your body will understand that it's safe. It's so safe to dream, to be, to express itself. And that's the thing that you are now mastering. It's spreading your wings. You're mastering spreading your wings and flying off into your own enchanted forest, where you are expressing yourself like never before. And you're going through this awakening where you have ascended so high that you can see from that perspective. and you see a bit too much, and it's frightening because people are just not on your level. And I relate to that, and it's okay. There are people that are like ourselves. At least it's just, you know, if nobody else, it's you and me. It'll always be you and me, baby. It'll always be you and me. Little jokey joke, but I'm being like truthful and honest here, because sometimes we do so much work on ourselves that it's like, is there ever somebody that is understanding me, like truly, without getting into my pants, you know? Are they listening because they're interested in what I have to say, or are they listening just because they want to take advantage of me? That's something that you will be discovering in this next month to 3 months. I wanted to say 2 to 3 months, but I know that you're so advanced, it'll just come with the spring, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere. Okay, this reading has been long, but we are going to do a much awaited unboxing. This is a shout out to Cosmic Wifey, Brittany. I effing love you. Like, you did this, okay? You're the one that makes me buy these cute Labubus, making me a Labubu the fool, okay? It's just not fair. I'm gonna have to link my PayPal so we can do more unboxings. No, but I've been saving this for 5 days. Yeah, I bought him in Barcelona, and he is my second Labubu, and usually I'm an Aries, so it was really hard to save this little guy. I don't want to open it. So it's a mystery box, and these are all the ones that we can get. We already have, no, this one, Dada. He's like, he has quite a little, he's quite the little demon. And when I was buying this box, I noticed that the color on top is a bit off tone. So I don't know if it's like a box series that's a bit off tone, or maybe it's the special one. So let's do it on camera together. I'm so excited. Okay, ready? This one's for Brittany. My wretched nails. Oh my god! Not gonna look, not gonna look. Not gonna look, not gonna look. Not gonna look at the card. Oh my god. I hope it's not the same one that I already have. How do you do this, Brittany? I'm not gonna look. Ah! Oh my god! It's the hee-hee. It's so cute! Oh my god! This one is the one that I wanted when I got Dada. Oh my god! They're so soft! Look at it! Wait, wait! Labubu, come here! Labubu, the fool, come here! You got a brother! Look at them! Oh my god! Like, I never wanted to be Labubu the fool, but thank you, Brittany. I am now officially the fool for Labubus. Like, they're like the softest thing ever, and ever since my doggy passed away, I just needed something really soft, because no doggy was ever as soft as she was, and never will be, unless I make the same doggies. But these are like filling up my heart. They're like, I don't know. You may think I'm crazy, and I don't care, but if you like these unboxings, please write me a comment, because I'll probably eventually buy some more, because they're so goddamn cute and soft. Like, I could just be bathing in a pool full of Labubus, because they're so freaking cute and soft, and just like, they heal my inner child so much. So thank you, Brittany, for recommending this. this hobby. But yeah, now you have 2 different ones and I love it. It's not, I don't care if it's not the special one at all, because this is actually the one that I wanted. I really wanted like either these 2, but I knew the first one my brother bought me. I was like, it's either this one or this one, and it was Dada. So next time we're in Barcelona, we're gonna buy more of these. Ah, love it. Okay, so if you enjoyed this messy reading, messy pick a card, and if you enjoyed me being super kiddo for these Labubus, then subscribe, like, comment, share, do all the cool stuff, ring, check the ring with all the notifications, and so you don't miss a beat. And yeah, I'm just gonna fangirl a little bit. Look at him, it's so cute. Okay, bye.